Are you looking for ways to redefine your home after divorce and not sure where to start? Well, you're not alone. 5 years ago, I started over at 41, and even with a background in home design, I struggled a bit to create my own space. So today I'm sharing how to reset your space in a way that feels calm, intentional, and truly yours hopefully without the overwhelm. If you're new here, my name's Allisa. I'm a former high school special education teacher. I do a lot of things now, including home styling, and I really care deeply about creating spaces that feel calm and nurturing and functional in real life. And sometimes it takes a few tries. Trust me, I know. I've had a few homes. I've had a few tries, but I got you. This is a process. It's not an end goal, and hopefully these steps will help. Okay, so step one with decorating after divorce is to start with a clean slate. I mean this symbolically and literally. Get out the sage or whatever you need to do, but also find ways to wipe that slate clean. This might mean removing everything from a room, looking at it, and then putting it back together. It might mean a whole new house or a whole new space or renting a new place. For me, on day one, it was something as simple as buying a new bed. It was just a symbolic gesture to myself of starting over. Okay, next, the idea of designing after divorce is creating a sense of calm. Going through divorce or breakup, even if it's your decision, is a major emotional upheaval. So creating calm wherever we can goes a long way. I mean, yeah, do all the therapy and the journaling and reflecting and all that, but there's ways to create calm at home also. Of course, some of these are just good tips all around, but in the windstorm of a relationship ending, it can be easy to forget the basics. So for me, there are a few ways that I created a calm scene in my home. First, I cleared the visual clutter. Then I swapped in warm lighting. I already had warm lighting, but I added more where I could, just to have that ambient, warm feeling. Another idea for creating calm is to be intentional about color choices. Color makes a huge impact on our mood, and for me, I didn't need any extra stimuli. Organic modern vibe is where I landed. Okay, this last tip is kind of a tough one. When you're planning a space after divorce, it's important to know what to keep and what to let go of. And when a divorce happens, usually assets get divided up anyway. That alone can be messy and heartbreaking and emotional, and some things you might get a say in, some things you might get to choose, and others you may not. So when the dust is settled and you're looking around at what you have and what you have to keep, I found it helpful to keep pieces that made me truly happy and weren't tied to painful memories. It was, the way I think of it, it was more about curating the items around me that reflected my happiness. And the things to let go of, well, go ahead and grieve those. Seriously, some things are hard to part ways with, and you might cry about it. I know I did. And that's okay. I grieved for them and what they represented for me, and it was time to move on. Okay, another tip for decorating after divorce is embracing symbolism. This is your time to create a space for you. Make it really mean something. For me, I bought a lot of houseplants. Not just because I love houseplants, I do, but I thought, you know what? I want to have something that I can literally nurture, something I can watch grow. I want that feeling of growth all around me. Call me woo-woo, call me hippie, I don't care, but it made a big difference in how I felt about the space around me. I also put up more photos and even some random sticky notes of special moments, phrases, times with my boys. And the idea was I wanted to create that visual reminder of the new life that I'm creating. Okay, here's one more bonus tip for creating a space. Take this time to make the space just for you. It might be the first time in a while you've had creative license. For me, I love black walls. Paint them all black, baby. I went wild with the black paint. It was my time to make something my own. And maybe there's other things, like maybe you want to collect tumbleweed from the side of the road on road trips and add it to your shelves. Go for it. That's what I did. It's just those little ways to make a space feel like it's yours. I know this can be a little tender, but hopefully this is empowering too. And most of my channel is focused on easy and natural styling tips and even some paint reviews. But this topic is really close to my heart. And I hope that it lands and finds whoever else needs to hear it. I do offer one-on-one personalized video calls if you want more direct support with your space. You'll find that link in the description. And I also send out a free newsletter every week with really practical, actionable tips that you can use to create a home that feels comfortable to you. All right, I want to say thank you for being here, for listening to this little teeny tiny bit of my story, and just know that I'm sending out all the positive energy back your way.